Welcome, welcome to Emma's super duper trading shop. I have the best bananas in the whole wide world. Who wants to trade?
Me. I will trade you one slightly used extra shiny bolt for 1, 2, 3 of your bananas. This bolt is top quality. Guaranteed not to be rusty.
I don't really need a bolt, Ziggy. I want Lily's fluffy toy sheep. Hey, Lily, want to trade your sheep for 3 yummy bananas?
No thanks on the bananas, Emma. I'd trade my sheep for a shiny red ball, though.
What's that? You don't want bananas? You want a shiny red ball? Oh boy, this is harder than I thought. My bananas are getting all squishy.
My, what seems to be the trouble at this very busy trading shop, Emma?
Dr. Owl, it's so confusing. I have all these bananas, but Ziggy only has a bolt, and Lily wants a ball, and I just want her toy sheep. How does anyone ever get anything they want?
That is a spectacular question, Emma. It's such an important question that long ago, people invented a special tool to solve that exact problem. That tool is money. And your question is the perfect way to kick off our mini-series, Money, Market, and Me. We'll explore why we need money right after this. Hoot hoot. Hello, curious minds. You're listening to STEM with Dr. Owl, where big questions turn into fun adventures.
Hi, I'm Emma, always full of questions and ready to explore.
Ziggy here. I know a zillion facts and 0 ways to share cookies.
If you like our show, please share with a friend, a teacher, or your whole class.
Oh, your neighbor's cat.
Now back to Emma's very important question, which came right out of her tricky trading shop experience. How does anyone get what they want when trading is so hard? Well, a long time ago, the whole world was like your trading shop. People didn't have money, so they had to trade things directly. This is called barter. Can you say that with me? Barter.
Barter! That's what I was doing. I was trying to barter my bananas for a sheep.
Exactly. But you ran into the biggest problem with bartering. It's hard to find someone who has exactly what you want and wants exactly what you have. We have a fancy name for that. A double coincidence of wants.
Double coincidence of wants. That's a big one. It means both people have to want what the other has at the exact same time. Like if Lily wanted my bananas for her sheep?
Precisely. And there's another problem. What if you have one big pumpkin, but you only need a tiny bit of salt? How do you trade part of a pumpkin without making a big mess?
Easy, you use my new invention, the zigzag pumpkin slicer. It makes 1,000 tiny pumpkin cubes. Problem solved, Dr. Owl. Ta-da!
Ho ho! Wow, that's a very enthusiastic solution, Ziggy. It's not always practical. So, explorers, bartering had 2 big problems: finding that double coincidence of wants and figuring out how to divide things up fairly.
So that's where money comes in to save the day.
That's right. People needed something that everyone agreed had value, something they could trade for anything else. This special something became money. And that brings me to a fun challenge for you, Emma and all our explorers at home. True or false? The very first forms of money were shiny gold and silver coins.
Ooh, I think... True? Coins seem like what money should be.
That's a great guess. And it's what a lot of people think. But the answer is false.
False? No way.
Long before people made coins, the very first forms of money were actually things found in nature. People used things like pretty shells, special beads, or even large stones. And get this, explorers, they even used salt. Here's a fun fact. Roman soldiers were sometimes paid for their work in salt because it was so valuable for keeping food fresh. The word we use today, salary, which is the money you get from a job, comes from the Latin word for salt, sal.
Whoa! So when grown-ups talk about their salary, they're really talking about salt. But Dr. Owl, why don't we still use shells or salt as money? It would be cool to pay for candy with a pretty shell.
It would be cool, but there were some problems. What if your shell was bigger than my shell? Is it worth more? And carrying around a big bag of salt can get pretty heavy and messy. People needed something that was easier to carry and where every piece was worth the same.
Beep boop. So they needed money that was less crumbly.
Exactly, Ziggy. So people discovered that metals like gold and silver were perfect. They were rare. They didn't crumble or rot, and you could melt them down and make them into coins of the same size and weight. And so, the first coins were born.
Wow! So everyone knew that a small gold coin was worth the same as another small gold coin.
Precisely. It made trading much fairer. But then, a new problem came along. What if you were very rich and had to buy something very expensive, like a house? You'd have to carry a giant, heavy chest full of gold coins.
Beep boop strain must invent anti-gravity money mobile, or a better way.
Ho ho. People thought the same thing, Ziggy, so they came up with a brilliant idea. They would leave their heavy gold coins in a very safe place, like an early bank, and the banker would give them a piece of paper, like a receipt, that said, Emma has 10 gold coins stored here.
Ooh! So the paper was like a promise note.
It was. And soon, people realized they didn't have to go get the gold every time. They could just trade the paper promise notes instead. It was much lighter and easier. That was the beginning of paper money.
So the paper wasn't the treasure. It was like a treasure map that showed you where the gold was.
What a perfect way to put it, Emma. And for a long time, that's what paper money was. But today, our money is a little different. A dollar bill isn't a map to a piece of gold anymore. It's a promise from our whole country and our government that this piece of paper has value and that we can all trust it to trade for the things we need.
Wow! So it all comes down to trust.
It does. From bartering bananas to trusting in paper notes, the story of money is all about people finding better and easier ways to trade with each other. We've learned so much today. What a great start to our Money, Market, and Me series. Join us next time, curious explorers, as we'll explore where money comes from and goes.
Bye-bye, explorers. Don't forget, my bolts are not accepted as payment. Beep boop. Yes. A swimming pool full of premium motor oil and a mountain of spare bolts. I'm the richest robot in the world.
What's he dreaming about?
It seems Ziggy's idea of treasure is a bit different from ours. Shh, let him enjoy his oily riches.
Wait. Before you go,
Ziggy? Why are you huddled in the corner holding a single flickering flashlight?
I am the little match robot, Beep, out here in the digital cold with only my last % of battery.
Oh boy, here we go.
I see visions in the light. I see your cousins. I see your grandma. I see your pet hamster. They are all listening to our podcast. Please make the vision true. Share the show. Warm my rusty circuits with your friendship.
Oh, a very dramatic performance, Ziggy. But the sentiment is true. The best holiday gift you can give us is to share STEM with Dr. Owl with your friends and family. It truly helps us keep the lights on in the lab. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!